Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into a journey that every single one of us is on. It's a story all about connection, about how we're woven into the fabric of existence itself, from our very first moments all the way to our place out there among the stars. So let's get started.
And really, this one idea, it's the heart of everything we're talking about today. We're going to trace the threads that connect us, to our mothers, to our memories, and yeah, even to the entire universe. This isn't just about biology. It's a story about what it all means.
And our journey, our story, it starts in the most intimate and honestly miraculous place imaginable, the womb. It's right here that the very first threads of who we are get spun together.
You know, the way the source material puts this is just beautiful. It sees this moment as this incredible coming together, a physical body made from the same stuff as the earth, meeting a soul, that spark of consciousness. And that's it. That's the spark of a new human life.
Just look at this progression. It's almost unbelievable, right? You start with one single tiny cell. That cell becomes an embryo. And then a heartbeat, a little flicker of rhythm that, with any luck, will last a lifetime. And from that simple beat, a full life emerges. It's just an astonishing transformation.
And this is our first real connection, the first physical thread in our story. The umbilical cord is so much more than just plumbing, you know? It's our lifeline. It's the original channel for food, for breath, for connection. Really, it's the first relationship any of us ever has.
So when you think about this incredible, perfectly designed world, built just to nurture a new life, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? The source asks us to pause and think about where all this complexity comes from, to wonder about the architect behind such a brilliant design.
Well, the source material points us to this perspective from the Quran. It frames this whole process as the divine act of creation, like an artist at work, taking something as simple as clay and transforming it into this complex, blessed new being.
Okay, so from that silent, protected world of the womb, we burst into a whole new one, a world full of sounds and touch and feelings. We've arrived in childhood.
Just think back to those very first experiences, that gentle sound of a parent singing, the warmth of being held, that deep feeling of being totally safe. This is so much more than just data coming in. It's communication on the deepest level possible.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Long before we can understand a single word, before we can even begin to talk, we understand love. It's our native tongue. It's the language that teaches us that we're safe, that we belong, and that we are connected to something more than just ourselves.
So as we keep growing, a whole new set of threads starts to weave together. But this time, they're inside our own minds. We start building this incredible archive of who we are, through our memories.
This is such a powerful thought. I mean, we're not just our bodies or whatever's happening in this exact moment. Our real identity is like a tapestry, woven from all of our experiences, the good, the bad, all of it. Our memories. If you took them away, who would we even be?
And what are the strongest threads in that tapestry? Well, the source really highlights these core universal ones, those foundational memories from childhood, that feeling of a place called home, that primal bond with our mother, and that whole web of relationships that shapes us over time.
So this gives us a totally different way to think about memory, right? They're not like old, dusty files stored away in a cabinet. They are alive. They're active, dynamic forces inside us, the living bonds that connect our past to our present and point us toward the future.
Okay, get ready, because now we're going to pivot. Big time. We've been looking inward, into the womb, and into the mind. Now, let's zoom all the way out to the biggest scale possible and ask the ultimate question.
Just take a second and try to wrap your head around the sheer scale of it all. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, has hundreds of billions of stars. And there are countless other galaxies out there, with planets so far away their light takes millions of years just to get to us. It's the kind of scale that just boggles the mind.
And when you're faced with that infinite, breathtaking, endless space, the question just hits you, right? In the middle of all this cosmic grandeur, what does one person even mean? Who am I? And once again, the source offers a perspective from the Quran on this very feeling. The idea here isn't that the universe is meant to make us feel small and insignificant. It's actually the opposite. It's meant to inspire awe, to be a sign, an insight, and a reminder of a creator behind it all. Okay, so we've gone from a single cell to the entire cosmos. How on earth do we tie this all together? Well, from the tiniest world we can imagine to the biggest, there's one single, powerful theme that runs through it all.
connection.
You can almost see the whole story right here on this timeline. It all starts with that physical bond of birth. It's nurtured by the bonds of love we feel in childhood. It's defined by those living bonds of memory we carry inside us. And then, this whole personal story finds its place in the vastness of the universe, which, from this perspective, points us to one final connection, a creator.
And so we come full circle, right back to where we started. From the umbilical cord to the pull of gravity, from a mother's love to the archives of our own minds, our lives really are this grand, intricate, and beautiful story. A story that's defined not by being alone, but by the very bonds that weave us all into existence. So, what thread in your own story feels the strongest today?